white spots and cheap pops. Ladies and gentlemen, we have breaking news. This is Silicon Steve Allen. Guess what? That guy right there.
Dadi, Dadi, he loves the party.
Vladi, Dadi, he loves the party. The breaking news, Vladi, Dadi. I'm taking my glasses off for this. Vincent Kennedy McMahon. Just when you think he's out, back in. Vince McMahon wants back in and says he jumped the gun and listens to some bad advice. Vladi, Dadi, your reaction to Vince trying to dash all and literally take a giant shit on our parade.
Yeah, it's exactly what he's doing. Immediately when I saw the news break, I thought of like empathy for like Stephanie and Triple H not having like real comfortable Thanksgiving or Christmas with Vince, because this has been bubbling up to the surface. I realized quickly after hearing this news too that Vince must be just so damn bored.
Oh my God.
He's like, you know what, pal? I'm gonna go back. I'm bored of this shit. What do I do all day? Lift, go out, eat, date women. Wrestling's missing.
They're missing me. Goddammit. They need more Vince Kennedy McMahon. They miss me. I want to go out there and I'm going to take the worst stunner ever. Again.
I'll do it again.
Look, if you want to bring him out and celebrate it, first of all, let's be honest. Before we absolutely bury Vincent McMahon, the guy did set this table. He is the most influential man the industry will ever see. I don't care who you want. You can bring up some dude from, Blue Thez. You can bring up Bill Watts. The cowboy? Cowboy. You can bring up whoever you want to bring up. But at the end of the live long day, Vince McMahon changed professional wrestling and turned it into a global phenomenon. And there are a lot of people who go underneath that banner. So you can celebrate the man. But the bottom line is that he was a 676, and he was an old man in his mid-70s who did not know how to do his job as a creative performer effectively anymore. And if you bring him back for an on-screen role, nice little WrestleMania moment, fine, perfect. Do whatever you want. But he should not be part of anything in the corporate or creative realm of WWE because they're doing really, really good right now.
Yeah, I completely agree. It totally would it would turn that world upside down. It would be a bizarro world, like him walking back there trying to call shots. Like there's a good feeling to the show now. I'm not even crazy about everything they're doing, but there's enough good stuff going on where I feel the need that I have to check in.
Do you think they turn it into a storyline?
Oh God.
I mean, if you're going to write Vince out of the company, why not do it in a grandiose way? I am challenging Triple H and Vincent Kennedy McMahon. Make the storyline happen where you pass the baton. But on the real side for a second, Stephanie and Triple H just need to go back and see how Vince did his own father when it came to this business. When his father's ways were not going to be as profitable, and Vince had a vision, he bought his father out and did everything that his father would freak out about. And it seems like he is just going around the wheel of life right now. So be it. But I think Triple H, Stephanie, Nick Khan, they know exactly what they're doing. They are doing a much more effective job than a 77, 76-year-old man was doing, or trying to do at least. So
it's got to be killing Vince, because this is like the first WrestleMania that he will not be involved in.
He'll be involved. They can't.
Creatively?
I don't think he'll be involved creatively. Perhaps his own story.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, him not having his fingerprints all over like that show, as if it was like some sort of temp woman that they hired for John Laurinaitis or something.
Oh man. Vladi Dadi bringing the pain right now. We gotta love that.
Sorry, Vince.
It is gonna be interesting. I hate that word. I hate using that word interesting. It's so freaking cliche.
It is. I try to like use it less myself now.
Oh my God. That's very interesting. Use another goddamn adjective. Anyway.
It says either that could be anything interesting. Good, interesting, bad, interesting, mid.
It's going to be wild to see. when Vincent McMahon, if he does get back into WWE, I think they should honor him. I think they should have a moment to erase his history because he paid a couple of women off after he had sex with them, not to say anything. And then he probably was really inappropriate dozens and dozens and dozens of more times. Yeah. I digress. But the fact remains is the guy's still a legend, and he's honestly, again, the most influential man in professional wrestling history. So much so, he made his own niche for it. Sports entertainment. You are beautiful on the inside.
You know what we should talk about, though, is the lack of Vince's impact on Michael Cole.
And another thing, Vladi, Dadi, you make up a great point right there. Michael Cole is actually a really good announcer this whole time. He actually entertained me. He was going off during that milk segment with Gable Steveson, both another gold medalist, just like Kurt Angle.
Yeah. Integrity was all over the place that night.
It was all over the place that night, spraying all over the place. And Michael Cole, pun after pun after pun about milk. And it was absolutely hilarious. It was beautiful. Michael Cole, Triple H has got me to like Michael Cole, and I have not liked this mother trucker for 25 goddamn years. He hasn't entertained me literally since The Rock put a t-shirt over his head and called him Hermie. Sorry, he called Kevin Kelly the hermaphrodite.
Yeah, that's right.
Michael Cole he had to ask Michael Cole if he liked pie. And then he put the shirt over him. That's Michael Cole being great.
And you know what? I cannot believe we're here at that day where you are singing the praises of Michael Cole.
Hey, look.
You've been adamant, but it's well deserved because I've noticed that he has gotten exponentially better ever since Vince is no longer in his ear.
And Graves is a lot better. I like Graves again.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I like Corey Graves again. And I haven't liked him since he got called up to the main roster.
Yeah.
Because I was a big fan of his work on NXT. And so now you're seeing Michael Cole and Corey Graves actually able to be themselves.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing. It's an absolute beautiful thing.
Yeah, you cannot have Vince ruin that. Stay home, Vince.
Why did you do that pun? He's texting Michael Cole during it. Stop using the puns, asshole. They're corny.
You know how I hate puns.
I hate puns. They're stupid. Use alliteration, not puns. So that's what's going on with Vince McMahon. I really hope it doesn't happen. And I think it would be hard at this particular point in time for it to happen. However, the ratings haven't been great, but there's been a lot of sports activities happening against it. But the ratings haven't been great. However, the Survivor Series obviously is massive. The plans that Stephanie and Nick Khan, particularly Stephanie, were talking about at their recent press conference is massive. Some amazing ideas how WWE is going to actually be able to make a lot more money, more big-time live shows across the country, across the planet. I mean, WWE is learning out how to make as much money as possible, it seems like right now. And you have a guy driving a very good creative train. So I really hope Vince McMahon, I don't know how he would. I don't. However, he still is the majority, not the majority, but he owns the most stocks of anybody in the company.
There's got to be something that the board can do. There's got to be some loophole.
I think the board's probably Team Khan and Team Stephanie at this point in time.
Completely.
I mean, they're professional. They don't pay people not to say they had sex with them.
Right.
They just don't put them in the Hall of Fame until after they die.
Oh, yeah.